Imagine a minimalist office in the Shibuya district of Tokyo during the winter of 2014. The constant hum of servers is the only sound in a room where the financial destiny of thousands is being managed. On the screens, lines of green code flow tirelessly, representing 70% of all the Bitcoin that exists on the planet. It is the dawn of a new era of digital freedom, but behind the glass, the system is bleeding in silence. What the world does not know is that hundreds of millions of dollars are escaping through an invisible crack in the system's architecture. If you're passionate about discovering how money pulls the strings of the world, like this video and subscribe to the channel Stories Worth Gold. Walking through the technological streets of Japan, the facade of Mt. Gox looks like that of any modern software company: glass, steel, and LED lights. But crossing the threshold of the secret server room, the reality is different. There are no steel vaults or armed guards, only racks of flickering computers and network cables that look like veins through which the gold of the 21st century runs. The architecture of this digital bank is not made of bricks, but of a complex structure of cryptographic signatures and databases that, at that moment, were the gears of a global machine of ambition. The routine at the center of the hurricane was frantic. Developers in dark hoodies spent sleepless nights, eyes lost in monitors reflecting the price of a currency that no one could touch. Cold coffee in paper cups and pizza boxes scattered over desks filled with hardware were the only witnesses to a battle against an enemy that did not use masks, but algorithms. There was no time for sleep hygiene when one was guarding the future of money, while the adrenaline of gain mixed with the acid taste of exhaustion. At the tables of high-level executives in Shibuya, luxury manifested in cutting-edge technology and quick, high-end Japanese cuisine. Meanwhile, in internet forums, the basic ingredient was hope, seasoned with the fear of the unknown. The contrast was brutal. While a few celebrated the exponential growth of their digital wallets, the system began to suffer from an incurable disease. The malleability error, a plague in the code that allowed attackers to alter transaction identifiers, became the challenge that would suffocate the savings of thousands of families. The social divide became evident when the screens hit zero. On one side, the founders watched their glass empire collapse. On the other, ordinary investors protested under the rain in front of the offices, holding signs with QR codes of their empty addresses. For many, this was the moment they discovered that digital money could be as ephemeral as a whisper in the wind. The greatest discomfort was not the cold of Tokyo, but the existential void of watching a fortune disappear with a click of error 404. In moments of leisure before the disaster, the crypto-rich dreamed of disappearing to private islands. But when the technological innovation of the blockchain showed its first major security failure, global connection transformed into collective panic. The same network that promised decentralization and security became the stage for the largest invisible heist in history. At nightfall, the lights of Shibuya continue to shine, reflecting off skyscrapers that house banks that no longer trust the code. Money may have changed form from gold to paper and from paper to bits, but the lesson remains the same. Trust is the most expensive asset in the world. Subscribe and comment on which other mystery of money you would like to see reconstructed.